Good evening. Welcome to Top Shelf Music. I'm your host, Matt Cook.
Music news.
Music news? Music news. Sorry.
It's okay.
Sorry.
We got this.
Welcome to Top Shelf Music News. I'm your host, Matt Cook.
And I'm Christy Rose. Let's start with the top music stories of this month. The Grammys recently dropped their nominee list for 2020, making Billie Eilish and Lizzo the new Game of Thrones.
Stick figure drummer Kevin Officer has begun a new music program entitled Backstage Music Lessons, after backdoor music lessons failed miserably.
Speaking of reggae rock, Fortunate Youth just wrapped up their Live Life tour for a full 2 weeks before touring for the next 10 years straight.
Psychedelic jam band Dirtwire has just dropped their new album, Electric River, openly admitting mushrooms help. They're helping me right now.
Foster the People's frontman Mark Foster announced on Instagram last week that he's married, and one could only hope that a foster child is on the way.
Revolution's lead singer Eric Rockmany also disclosed on social media that he got married, and he's having a kid, which led us all to react like this.
Ain't that the truth? Touching on escalation, let's launch now into January's Hot List with host Alexia Johnson.
Hey everyone, this is Alexia Johnson for Top Shelf Music Magazine, here to present this week's Artist Hot List. The first band that we're going to feature this week is going to be a band called No Kings. They're from San Diego, California. They're a 4-piece surf rock band that's been together since about 2011. They've been hitting the scene pretty hard recently, playing the festival circuits. They have a really great high energy performance and totally punk rock vibe. I definitely would suggest checking them out.
And you'll decide, you know what it is. So you wait.
Alright, so the next band that we're going to be featured is going to be called The Lamb's Bread. Very wonderful, wonderful band, wonderful people. The band's actually a family, which I love. They advertise themselves as the premier reggae band of Hawaii. They have 3 sons, ranging in ages from late teens, early adulthood, down to 5 years old. And they're just really great. And if you're into the rootsy sound, I definitely think that you are going to want to take a look at them, because in a world of ever-changing reggae, where reggae is going to hip-hop, to metal, to punk rock, it keeps its original influence. So the next band that we're going to be featuring is from Cleveland, Ohio. Their name is Tropodelic. They're like a reggae funk. They have a horn section type of band. They're super high energy. They always end up jumping into the crowd every time I've seen them play, which is super awesome. They just released a song called Open Book with the Flowbots, which is the song we're going to be featuring today.
In a wet dream, when in doubt, sending the clowns to do the sexy.
So the next artist that we're going to be reviewing, and our final artist for today, is going to be a man called Prince Fatty. I'm so excited to show you guys him. His song that we're going to be reviewing today is called Stepping Out of Babylon. It features Marcia Griffiths, who is the original singer with Bob Marley.
What an amazing segment.
You know, I saw some bands that look familiar in there, Matt.
I think that No Kings is going to go somewhere.
Yeah, we'll see. Well, you know what? That was a great hot list, Alexia. Thank you so much.
You know what else is hot right now?
What is that, Matt?
Festivals.
Festivals are hot right now, Matt. So you're absolutely correct. And with that, let's go to see where your money is going in 2020. California Roots is about to round out their 11th annual lineup with a final artist announcement after they disclosed last time that Sean Paul is joining the mix for the first time. Monterey is gonna be lit that night.
No lie. EDM titan Insomniac has partnered with the Okeechobee Fest in Florida. They'll have Mumford & Sons and several other EDM artists.
Another partnership announced earlier in 2019 was the team up of 2 reggae giants, Reggae Rise Up and California Roots, resulting in the expansion of Reggae Rise Up to Vegas this upcoming April 18th and 19th, 2020, because nothing says reggae vibes quite like Vegas.
The M3F Festival returns to Phoenix, aiding in Arizona's ecosystems by booking only naturalistic-sounding bands like Stick Figure and Rufus du Sol. Sol means sun in Spanish.
Last but certainly not least, Coachella 2020 is here, making everyone over the age of 30 simply delighted that Fatboy Slim is making a comeback, and everyone under the age of 30 wonder who the hell Rage Against the Machine is. The addition of Danny Elfman on the lineup delighted the 10% of people who like to go LARPing.
And now it's time for guests!
Time for guests!
And first up, stick figure multi-instrumentalist Johnny Cosmic.
Thank you, Matt. I'm standing here with Johnny Cosmic of Stick Figure. He sold out the Belly Up last night here in San Diego and is about to do so again tonight. Johnny, how do you feel?
Feel great.
Fantastic. Everyone knows that you're in Stick Figure. It is well known. And I was wondering if we can get to know you in a little game I'd like to call Sticktionary. It's where I guess your life in stick figure form. You up for it?
Sure.
Perfect. Tell us a little bit about your solo projects because you're a musician, you're a producer, you're an all-around great guy. We want to know more. So, can we get 30 seconds on the clock? Wonderful. Johnny, are you ready?
Ready.
Can you draw me something that you're doing in your personal career? And I'm going to guess.
Okay.
Ready, set, go. All right. You're wearing a hat. You wear a hat a lot. You're wearing sunglasses. You're shady. You're smiling. You're super stoked. You're smoking a blunt in your personal life. Do you want to comment on your solo career goals?
I'm getting stony in the studio.
Perfect. Can't wait for that album. Next. Can you please, for your fans, draw something that we do not know about Johnny Cosmic? 30 seconds on the clock. And Sticktionary. You like to have potions. You're in potions class. You're Professor Snape. You go to Harry Potter. You're a dunce. You're a party hat. You're a clown. You have a bong. You have big dreads inside a cap. You're emanating out of your chest like Donnie Darko. And we got 3 more seconds. Am I close? Colonel Mustard with the bong in the pool room.
I'm a wizard.
He's a wizard. Good to know. Moving on. Can you, since it's New Year's, draw us a New Year's resolution? 30 seconds on the clock. No pressure. If you haven't resolved, please resolve within the next 10 seconds. Ready? Go. All right. For New Year's, Johnny Cosmic wants to solve a Rubik's Cube. Solve a Rubik's Cube? Throw a phone book at someone. Write a novel. Do you want to write a novel? You want to go to a library. You want to return a library book. You want to return several library books. You have been a bad library citizen. Oh, you're raining books. Are books hitting you? Are people throwing books at you? You're in the movie Cube. Let's see. You're a robot. And we are past time.
Read more books.
You want to read more books? On tour, possibly, or just in general?
Just in general.
Perfect. He is a citizen of the world. And last but not least, Johnny Cosmic, can you please, for 2020, outline a goal that you want to achieve in the next year? Ready? Go. Besides books. We already established that. A lot going on in 2020 so far. You're going to go into space? Are you in outer space? He's a Rocket Man. You want to see the movie Rocket Man. You're an Elton John fan. You want to you're an astronaut. You're going to the planet Saturn.
Yeah, I want to travel into space.
Hey, you know what? This is the Roaring 20s. Anything is possible. Clearly, Johnny Cosmic has some scribbles up his sleeve for 2020. Back to you, Matt.
Inspiring stuff.
It truly was, Matt. Let's take this time now to see what's next in the music industry. The reggae industry is far from hibernating this winter, with bands like Revolution and Tribal Seeds migrating south for the Brightside Festival in Jamaica and a full Brazil tour, respectively.
Always looking on the bright side, that reggae genre. Boom Shaka comes back to San Diego after a 1-year hiatus. It'll be on January 18th at the venue formerly known as Sports Arena. And in Long Beach, One Love Festival returns, or as we like to call it, Sardine Fest 2020.
Ozzy Osbourne, Green Day, and Breaking Benjamin all have albums dropping the next few months, confusing everyone what year it actually is.
And if you haven't gotten your Coachella tickets yet, hell, you are shit out of luck. Well, before we conclude this episode, we'd like to leave you with Song That's Been Stuck in Christie's Head of the Month. And here it is.
Thanks, Matt. The song of the month in my head is no surprise. Rich bleep, 8-figure, that's my type. That's my type, bleep, that's my type. 8 inch bigger, that's good pipe. That's good pipe. Gonna write a bleep all night.
I believe you're referring to the extremely explicit new rap single, My Type by Saweetie.
That's bleeping right, Matt. It's that time of year for sweeties and sweets.
Bold choice, but correct.
Thank you.
Well, that just about wraps it up here at Top Shelf Music News. We'll be back next week with more stuff.
Thank you.